Okay, we're back with the OTR Pop Quiz. And since you are looking to be the state auditor, we thought we'd start off by asking some questions about accounting. So accounting is an ancient art. Luca Pacioli, known as the father of accounting, published the first work on a double entry bookkeeping system in what year? Here are your choices. They're pretty narrow, but here they are. 1394, 1494, or 1594?
1494.
Did you know that for sure, or was that a guess?
No, I've heard of him before. I pronounced his
You are
last name
correct.
well,
And the work was called Summa de Arithmetica, I think is the correct pronunciation, but you are certainly, you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, second one. The quill pen was certainly used for business ledgers in colonial America, but let's talk about the pencil. True or false? Here are your choices. The first American wood pencils were made in Massachusetts. Is that true or is that false?
True.
That's right. 1812, Concord, made by cabinet maker William Monroe. Was that a guess or true?
No, I've seen the place in Concord.
All right, so he knows his business. All right, here we go. Let's move to a topic that I know you know a lot about.
Oh, good.
You know a lot about art, since you work at the Isabella Gardner Museum. Among American artists who created the painting that broke the record for highest price at auction? Is it Warhol? Is it Basquiat? Or is it Lichtenstein?
It used to be Warhol. I can't remember if Basquiat passed it recently. Warhol?
You're right.
Okay.
Warhol for Shot Sage Blue of Marilyn, a silkscreen portrait of Marilyn Monroe. And here's the painting that we are talking about. We've all recognized this painting, don't we?
A lot of controversy about these paintings too, but we'll get into that.
All right, you're 3 for 3 so far. Can you wrap this up? We're going to finish up with a true or false. Makes it a little easier. That Marilyn Monroe painting sold for $300 million last May. Is that true or false? Was it $300 million?
True.
It's false. It's sold for $195 million.
Darn it.
But almost a clean record. You'll have to come back.
Let's talk about your opponent, Diana DiZoglio. She is pushing your support for Donald Trump as a reason why you don't deserve to win this office. You did vote for him twice. Do you regret that?
I'm sorry.
You did not.
No, I did not. I voted for him once.
You voted for him once.
I do regret it. I've said this publicly. I regret it. I regretted it the second that he started talking about the election being rigged. On the first day, I was like, I had a sick feeling in my stomach. So it was the election
denied. It was the false claims about the election.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of his. I didn't vote for him in 2016. I held my nose and voted for him this time because I thought the economic plan was better. Immediately regretted it when I saw this election denial nonsense. I want to be very clear. I believe the election was fair and legally and completely won by Joe Biden. And then I was, I believe, the first Republican to call for his impeachment after January 6th. Now, Diana knows this, but she's trying to tie me to Donald Trump. I understand that, but I said to her, read the newspapers. The Trump faction of the Republican Party has been attacking me more than the Democrats since day one. They didn't want me to be the nominee. They're trying to wage a write-in campaign against me. It's folly to tie me to Donald Trump.
A personal issue. Your divorce of more than a decade ago has cropped up in the final weeks of this campaign. Can you clarify why in 2009 there was a temporary restraining order against you, why you had your gun taken away briefly, and can you also address your ex-wife's allegations of abuse?
Yes. Well, first, I mean, it's obvious that this has come up in a way to attack me in my campaign, frankly. And I think that's disappointing, and it's been very hard for my family since it did, my ex-wife and my children. The temporary restraining order was issued after hours, where it was ex parte. I didn't have the opportunity to see the judge. And that's a common mechanism to get a person out of the house, get them out for the weekend. On the Monday morning, I went right to the judge, and within minutes, and I mean literally 2 or 3 minutes, the judge dismissed the restraining order because to the third question, there was no abuse. I want to be very clear, there was no domestic abuse at all, and that wasn't even alleged. So it was thrown out immediately. When a restraining order is issued, even a weekend one, the police take your firearm because it's your firearm license is issued by your local police department. I handed over my license to carry voluntarily. 2 weeks later, first opportunity, I asked the judge to order it returned, and the judge did. But I didn't rush the police chief to get it back because that was not high on my priority list. I was worried about my kids and where I was moving. But ultimately, the police chief gave it back to me after he checked with my ex-wife. The police chief is a supporter of mine in this campaign. So in sum, every adjudicator that I faced, from the judge to the police to the DCF, all ruled that any allegation against me was unsubstantiated. There were no criminal allegations against me. And it's just an unfortunate matter. And again, it was 13 years ago. It was a very sad time in my life for me and for my family. And I hate the idea that my ex-wife and children are being brought into this for political reasons.
Do you believe that it's your opponent's supporters that are bringing this up, if not herself?
Oh yes, I do. I absolutely do. And we've seen these emails that have gone out to all the media stations trying to get them to cover this story, and I think it's despicable. I think in Friday morning's news, it was reported that my opponent made this real life decision to leave Massachusetts and move to Alabama to work for a homophobic church, to be an employee of a homophobic church, counseling youth, bringing them to church services where they were told to pray the gay away and that they were sinners for what they believed in and that they were bad. That's an issue in a campaign, how you view members of our society. What happened between me and my ex-wife 13 years ago is a personal matter.
I do believe that she says that she was very young at the time. She was like 20, and it was because she is a member of the church that her mother had brought her into, but that's another issue.
Well, she moved from Massachusetts. It's not, she didn't wander into a church down the street. She moved to Alabama and applied for a job to work at this specific church, and I think she should be accountable for it.
Okay, our thanks again to Anthony Amore. The Sunday Roundtable is next. Final debate for the race for governor. We're going to talk about it. Taxes is a big subject. What the candidates promised and did not promise. Stay with us.